YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you taking the time to click on the video today. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment on the video. We are here in 2031 in our realignment series with the Akron Zips. We are in week 3. As you can see, we had buys week 0 through 3, and I will go through and explain why that was the case. So if you look at our schedule, look at all these ag games in the middle of recruiting period, right? So we put NC State here, they weren't there before. We put Missouri here, they weren't here before. Those two games were here and here. So we had home games week 3 and 4, then not until 8, and then not until 13. Or no, sorry, week 8 was our last home game. So we had to put some of these ranked opponents here in for us to really do much of anything recruiting-wise and visit-wise. So that's why that's the way it is. Just a quick little update here on recruiting. We have a bunch of 5 stars here on the top of the board, 7 to be exact, and things are looking pretty solid as of right now. There's a couple that we're behind on, but we've been managing it pretty well throughout the first couple weeks. Hopefully the recruits start piling in here as the games start. Yeah, coming off of a impressive year in which we come home with the national championship undefeated season here, and we are really just pushing forward in this save. As I mentioned at the end of last video, or at some point in the last video, I'm kind of getting stale with this series, so if you have any ideas, please let me know on how to kind of juice it up a little bit. I feel like switching conferences and different things doesn't make sense because that's the whole basis of this series. I'm still up in the air on how many championships I'm going to require myself to win before we just end the series, because the goal was to make the worst team in the highest rated conference at the beginning, which was the MAC, with Ohio State, Michigan, and Notre Dame in there, to be a mainstay in the college football playoff. We've made it in the last 3 years, maybe even 4 years now, and we've come home with our first national championship last year. So it's just one of those things where, yeah, I just don't know when to end it or how I'm going to end it. But like 2-3 championships max probably. That way I can get a new series in here so I don't get burnt out by this one. Rant over. Let's take a peek at the roster here. 85 overall, 87 offense, 85 defense. Scotty Van Ginkel is going to start the year as our starter. We have 3 quarterbacks that are pretty similar, to be honest with you. So if things start to go sideways, we have some options there to go to. Our running back room is very slim, but pretty solid. Pinner's a 90 overall, and then we have 2 83 overalls and 90 speeds across the board. So we're looking good there. Our receiving core is pretty top heavy with these 2, and then Frost has been a scintillating guy in the slot for us. Tight ends, we got speed here in our top 3. Blocking's not the greatest. O-line is pretty much mid to high 80s across the board. We have 2 82 left ends here as a freshman and a sophomore. Right ends, we have a 90 and an 82. So depth is getting a lot better here. We have two mid-80 D tackles. Left outside linebacker is kind of where we lack any really like solid talent. To be honest, this 91 speed redshirt freshman might play. We'll see how that all falls together. Middle linebackers, Free is an absolute stud. He's a 90 overall. Right outside linebacker, we have 2 high 80s. So one of these two are probably going to left outside linebacker. Now that I see that, we got Volek, sophomore corner, 86 overall. He has 99 speed. Then our next guy is 97 speed. We have 2 freshmen that were redshirting, 95 and 91 speed. So we have good depth and good speed at the corner position. Salter is probably going to play over Whiteside just because of the speed aspect of things. The same thing, Dunbar is our sub linebacker with Free. So Merchant does get a lot of the playing time. 6 overalls is just too much for me right now to really have Dunbar go over the top. Then we have 2 senior kickers who have been a mainstay the last few years. Without further ado, we are going to hop into games. You will see the close ones per usual, yeah, we will go from there. 3rd and 10, Ohio State at home. Coming up on the 2-minute timeout. We are tied at 36. We're going to throw it out to the tight end. He is going to pick up the first down.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goal.
At this point, we just let him score, right? Gonna hand it off. He's gonna break a tackle. He's gonna get into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. All right, we need to answer. So let's see if we can do that. We're going to step up with Van Ginkel to start. We're going to go to the ground game here just to keep them honest. Throw it out to our running back. He's going to get out of bounds, and there's going to be an injury timeout. 1:08 left. Down 7. He dropped it. It's a tough drop. It's a tough catch, though, to be fair. It's a tough catch, to be fair. Another drop. Alright, well, 3rd and 10 here. I really want to keep all 3 of my timeouts, but we're going to get sacked. That's crazy. We have it. We're going to get in the end zone. We are going for 2.
Massive score now, massive decision making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. 2-point conversion.
Reason we're going for 2 is we have all 3 timeouts. So if we end up not getting it, we do have the timeouts to get the ball back, but we get it. And it's 34-33. Game on the line here. We can't just play prevent because they only need a field goal. They're going to just dump it off. They do have all 3 of their timeouts as well, which is not the most ideal thing, but another short one by them. They're going to use their second timeout. They are creeping into field goal range here. Going to go out to the flat. He's going to break a tackle. They're going to use their final timeout here. down one. They are down one. 22 seconds left. No more timeouts. They gave him the first down on that. They're going to get sacked. What a time for our third sack of the game. They got to get all the way back to the line. They're going to spike it. It's going to be 3rd and 18 with under 10 seconds left. 8 seconds left in the game. We are going to go into a deep 3 look. We're just going to back everybody off. They don't have any timeouts. We're going to get home again. What a time for our defensive line to show up in a huge game against Ohio State. Yes, they may be 0-3 now, but Ohio State is Ohio State. They're a 91 rated team, and we took it to them. Not really, but we find a way to win at home. 429 passing yards for Scotty, the junior. Only 1 touchdown, though, which is kind of insane with 429 yards. All right. After a huge win against Notre Dame, we are going to give a little update here in recruiting. So we just lost 5-star halfback to Georgia and a 5-star cornerback to Georgia as well. I thought maybe they had visits that jumped us, but they just must have really started to go after them or something. I'm not sure. So what we do have though is we have 5 commits, all 4 stars. 3 of them are gems. So we are continuing to work. Coffee has been in deal breaker for so long. We're just going to take him off the board. We just got Parrish back from being off of on the same thing. As far as it, I mean, I just need to be smarter at not going after people that have playing styles, especially interceptions and sacks, because I mean immediately it's going to drop just because of the nature of getting those statistics. We should be able to bring the strong safety Hollis to Akron. He is a sliver away, and Wisconsin's not going to get to their visit, so we should be okay moving forward there. This one's worrying me a little bit. Auburn is attacking pretty hard. We don't have great grades, so that one might be a loss. This athlete scrambler should be a commit after this week as well. However, Miami does have a visit next week, so if we don't close it out this week, then I'm going to start to worry. Tucker Van Ness should be a commit after this week as well, the same as DeBose. And if not this week, definitely after next week. This one worries me because Clemson has a visit this week. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the rest of the points on that I can to try to get us as far away from them as possible. And this one, Boise might sneak in and take next week. We're looking pretty good here. So that's kind of the update of the original recruiting class. So we've really only lost out on 3 players that we initially had on there. And we have Michigan at Michigan. So if we go and look at our schedule, after this week we've already played the big 3. We beat Ohio State at home in a close one. We just got done thumping Notre Dame at their place, and then we have Michigan. So it's really and then it should ease up a little bit here. Ohio shouldn't give us any issues. Kent State shouldn't give us issues. Bowling Green shouldn't, but they always do. Purdue again. So we always struggle there. And then Miami of Ohio is 1-4. So hopefully we're able to stay clean here and go undefeated again. All right. Well, I wasn't gonna hop back in this early, but we beat Michigan at home at their place, and look at all these commits that just filed in. That was insane. This guy was already committed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 just off of that game alone committed here to Akron, which is absolutely insane. All right, in our game against Mizzou here at home, we are down 7 with 2 timeouts left, 1:21 left in the game. Completion there to Talib to start the drive. We're going to step up, get the first down. That was awfully close to not going as planned. That was close. Let's see what that safety does. He turns away. Can we get outside? No, we can't. Timeout. Our offensive line has been just atrocious all game.
A timeout is called. Talk some strategy in this very important drive.
Frost has a step. He's going to bring it down. What a huge catch by the sophomore. We're going to throw it up to him again. He's got a step. Touchdown, Zips. Third down here in OT. We're going to step up. He's going to get there. Touchdown, Zips. Time for the defense to step up here on the second half of our OT. All right, defense has played pretty well all day. We need one more stop. We missed the tackle, and he's going to get all the way into the end zone. Oh, my God, what a joke. That is so disappointing and unfortunate. Well, now the defense has to go right back out there. This time, let's get a stop. Wow. Not exactly what we're looking for there. That time we filled the running lanes very well. That guy has been destroying us. 133 yards on only 15 carries. That is insane work. Play action pass. We brought the blitz. He goes down. 3rd and 16 here in the second overtime. They started with the ball here. So we just need to find a way to get off the field. It's going to be a screen. Almost picked. But they're going to go for a field goal here. It is going to be a 48-yard field goal to take the lead here in the second overtime. And we blocked it. Pick it up. Are we going to return this? Oh, it's going to be a block and a pickup and a scoop and score to beat the ranked Tigers at home. What a way to end the game. A blocked field goal turning into a touchdown, 44-38. Miami of Ohio in the last game of the year, giving us a pretty good challenge. We just scored. In the last possession to make this an 8 or 9 point game. So our D-line can't get any, and I mean any pressure So they go down and get a field goal. So now they're going to try to do an onside kick. They have all 3 timeouts left as well. Frost gets it. He's going to get tackled. All right, we're going to have to hop in here and make sure that this gets finished.
The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. So we got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts.
They're going to get 9 there. They're going to have to burn their first timeout. Running game's been really good today. So we just need that yard and this game is over. We're going to run a couple more plays just because they're going to call their last time out as well. So just to make sure that we are running as much time off as we possibly can as we rub their nose in it a little bit as we get another first down, and now we can run out the clock with a QB kneel, and that finishes another 12-0 regular season for the Akron Zips. See if we can get a bye this year. All right, a couple things to touch on here. We're in the MAC championship against Ohio. We played them, I guess week 9. Beat them 38-16. So not like a really big challenge for us. The other thing is we have a contract extension, another 5-year deal here. Win 10 games is the goal. We've been up over that since 2027 when we won our first bowl game, and we're looking to go back-to-back champs. So we're going to go ahead and sign the extension. And we will go from there. We're going to look at the regular season stats before we really get into any of the playoff stuff, which I haven't done really any other year. 3,600 yards, 39 touchdowns to 8 interceptions for Van Ginkel. 179 carries, 894, just under 900 yards, 6 touchdowns for Pinner. Harris hopped in and got 5 touchdowns as well. Receiving, Frost went for 1,200 yards on 63 carries, 16 touchdowns. Talib tallied 13 touchdowns on just under 800. And Ingold had 820 yards and 6 touchdowns as well. So, again, 1 over 1,000, a couple creep in there. Maybe they get that in the playoff or in the postseason. Free led the team with tackles, 83. Nobody else even really close to him. 4 tackles for losses. Leading sack is Drogue, and then Nestor came in with 10 interceptions, 4 for Merchant, 3 for Woods, Salter, and Volek, and then 1 for Dunbar as well. So those are the stats, really quick, going over those, and we are going to hop into the MAC championship. All right, so you just saw that I got Coach of the Year, which is pretty cool. We also had the best linebacker, Dennis Nestor, with 11 sacks. And those are the two awards that we get. And as you can see, we don't get a bye again. I'm so over all of it. And I understand it's because we're probably in the MAC, but we're a mid-major, and we should be the top-ranked mid-major team. That's what I just don't understand. So, we have North Carolina. We have them at home. It's just absolutely insane to me. All right, before we hop in, we are going to look at the conference standings. I apologize. I forgot to do this last episode. But here we are anyway. So, Georgia went 7-1 their conference. How they only played 8 games, I don't know. I don't know how teams are working a way around that, to be quite honest. But they went 7-1, 12-1 overall, and then we had 3 other teams, which includes the team we're playing in the first round of the playoff. So realistically, not really any like big shocks. NC State being above these two, I guess in the conference maybe, but I mean these two are better than them anyway. Army at a 76 overall went 10-0 in their conference, including wins over Penn State, Pitt. That's kind of crazy, but good for them. They're 12-1. UTEP. This is a big one. Texas State falls off. North Texas falls off as they're ranked pretty high early in the year. But UTEP 7, Texas A&M, SMU. Those are some crazy. Stats, records, whatever you want to call it. Northern Illinois is ranked. But again, they only played 8. Like I don't know how that's happening. Minnesota was 8-4. They just were 5-4 in the conference. Nebraska is the number 3 team in the nation. Conference USA. So Ole Miss went 13-0, 10-0 in their conference. They got the automatic bid as the number 2 team in the nation. Arkansas and LSU. I mean, yeah, there's nothing besides maybe Tulane being 4-5. And La Tech, maybe, but other than that, nothing like crazy. The crazy thing is these guys aren't even ranked. They're all 8-4. Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing. Arizona winning the Mountain West. This one's like a toss-up every year. These overalls are terrible. Holy, they're bad. Pac-12. Washington was 7-1. UCLA was 6-2. 10-3 here, 10-3. So Washington must have beat them in the conference championship. SEC, Florida State, number 4. Miami went 9-1. Florida State went 8-1. Alabama, UCF, Florida. I mean, yeah, those are the ones that should be at the top. And then the Sun Belt, Tennessee went 8-2. Virginia Tech also went 8-2, both 10-3 respectively. These two should definitely be the two that are on the top. Yeah, I don't know who else would challenge them. So now if we go back and look at the bracket, Florida State and Ole Miss took the automatic bids. So we are on the top side with Clemson, Texas A&M, Georgia, Florida State, and North Carolina, while the bottom side has Washington, UTEP, Army, and Miami, Nebraska, and Ole Miss. We always get put on the tougher side. It's insane. Anyway, enough complaining. We're going to hop in here. All right, we are here in the game. We are up by 5, just under 3 minutes. We are going to try to run down the clock and score here late to put this game away and move on to the quarterfinals here in the college football playoff in 2031. We knew it was going to be a battle. I mean, our overall's not super high, so any team is similarly ranked than us, and that makes it tough, especially in sim. Don't get me started on sim though. I've had rebuilds where our team is like 92 is playing at 80 and we still struggle. So we're just gonna drop it off. It's gonna be a first down. They're gonna have to use another one of their timeouts. Scotty Van Ginkel's playing well again today. 335. Does have a turnover. So we need to balance the fact that we want to run the clock, but we also want to score. Even a field goal makes it an 8-point game, right? But that's still one possession. We want to make sure that it gets to a 2-possession game. This run's going to help. It's 3rd and 4. He has not been very productive on the ground, though, which is not normal. He's been pretty consistent as we're going to hit, why am I blanking on his name? Anyway, touchdown. Talbot. And that's going to be the end of it. We come away with the win, 38-26. All right, we are here in the semis against Georgia. It has been an absolute shootout. Okay, that tight end needs to be done. He's dropped like 3 passes in the last 3 weeks. Gonna get a little screen pass out there. He's thrown 4 picks today. Oh my goodness. That is not a recipe for success. That is for sure. Fights to get the first down. Clock's going to dwindle to the 2-minute timeout. Throw it quickly. It's going to be tackled quickly. We're going to try to keep all of our timeouts. We should have that for a touchdown. Which we do. We're going to go for 2 here. We're going to go in and we're going to go for 2. Formation, Wildcat, jet pass.
Ready, fight. Conversion attempt coming up. Let's go! In motion now.
He's going to fight his way in there. Now we need our defense to do a job here. Oh, I accidentally skipped that, but they've held them. It's 3rd and 3. Our whole D-line is just destroyed. He hangs on to that. Oh. We hit him right on the catch. But they're not able to do anything. We win 52-51. We are going back to the national championship. All right, here we are. National championship. We get Miami. 14-2, they're the 11th seed. Must have lost their conference championship game to Florida State, who we also previously beat. You didn't see that one because it was an absolute beatdown. So we'll show you quickly the bracket. So we're the top side. We end up beating North Carolina by 12. Then we beat Florida State by 17. It was never really close. And then we just beat Georgia, as you just seen, in an absolute shootout. Miami beat Army. Then they went and beat Nebraska, and then they beat Ole Miss. So they beat 6-3-2. We beat 12-4-1. So the 5 seed and the 11 seed are in the championship game. Akron goes back to back as your national champions. It was 12-3 at halftime, by the way. And this is how it ended up. So we scored 25 points in the second half. Again, find a way to do it. 17-0. Now this bodes the question of where does the series go from here? I don't know. There's a lot to think about, to be honest with you. A lot to think about. But for right now, we are national champions back to back here at Akron. Yeah, so we'll go through the offseason. I will see you on the other side of the transfer portal to show you the class at the national signing day, and we will go from there. We are here at players leaving. I just wanted to show you this. So these are the players leaving. So we have a lot of our talent back. Obviously, our 2 receivers, they were a very integral part of the team. Starting left tackle, starting corner, and then our kicker and punter, and obviously our starting running back. But we got guys that are going to fill in there. Anyway, so here we are looking at the dev traits, Tobias Trueblood. It's kind of a sick name. He's a route runner. I didn't really notice that when I first was going after him. However, he had 93 speed. He's an elite dev trait, so good there. Elite on the strong safety run support guy, 89 speed. Elite on Barbosa, who is a scrambler archetype. Only impact on a 4-star gem, which is not ideal, but he has 91 strength to start with and 78 run block. Free safety, impact on a 93. Again, impact for a 4-star gem just seems not ideal. We have elite. We have elite dev on a receiving halfback. He has 91 speed, nothing crazy, but he was a gem. Star on a run stopper. We need middle linebackers bad, especially ones with speed, so 91 looks really good. We have elite scrambler, 90 speed, 92 throw power. He might go somewhere else. Hopefully he can play somewhere else because our quarterback room is pretty crowded at this point. Logan Temple is elusive back, 93 speed, has star development. Star development for a 95 speed physical receiver. Elite for a 96 zone free safety. Star for 92 slot corner. Normal dev for a 4-star right guard. He has 93 strength though. Normal for a 91 speed pass coverage middle linebacker. Elite for a 95 speed wide receiver. And then we get into 3 stars. Elite for a middle linebacker with 89 speed. Impact for elusive back with 93 speed. Athlete that has 90 speed, 92 throw power is a star dev. Again, hopefully with the 90 speed he can play somewhere else. Normal for run stopper. At 87 speed, he's probably going to be a D end. If we go there, a right tackle. Again, these guys are guys that we just needed at the position. So we got a bunch of normals. Impact for a 90, 92. 3-star, hopefully he can go somewhere else. Then we got an impact punter with 92 kick power and a normal kicker with also 92 kick power. Halfback, the transfers, we got an impact. He has 96 speed. Normal for the guard, star for the pass coverage, and 89 speed. Right outside linebacker. Warmack is an elite right tackle and star for a cornerback. The only issue with all these guys, except for the corner, are they're going to be seniors. So the corner is going to be a junior, so we'll enjoy him for 2 years. He has 97 speed, 83 man coverage, and 96 change of direction. So him and Volek are going to be super, super fun to have in our secondary. Top class, we fall behind Georgia. They had 7 5-stars. They stole 3 of them from us. So it is what it is. We beat them in the in the semis. So they can take the recruiting title. I'll take the national title. So they beat us bad too. So that is where we are at after National Signing Day. So that's going to be the end of the episode. I'll go ahead and do some position changes. I think for sure we'll go one more season. Try for a 3-peat. And then I'll do some thinking on what I want to do outside of that. I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video today. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Drop a like. Leave a comment to tell me what you would like to see moving forward in this series, or if you're kind of wanting to switch it up to a different type of series. I have a couple ideas. I don't want to spoil them yet, but just know that is coming down the track. I appreciate you taking the time today. As always, I hope you have a good day. I hope you had a great day. Spread the word. Peace.